There we go. Put that down a little bit. Happy Friday! Yay, it's Friday! Oh, I hope you made it through another week. Got another week under your belt. For us here in Ottawa, it's another week of virtual learning for the kids. My husband and I were talking this evening about what's been different about this sort of lockdown that we've had versus the one at the beginning. And I think what it is that there's more pressure on families now than there was at the beginning. Because at the beginning, it was like, if you can work from home, that would be great. If the kids can log in, but no pressure, it's really stressful. Whereas now, you do have to work from home. The kids' attendance happens at every block for the kids. So school, you're accountable for school now. So I think there's a lot more expectations of, you kind of got your stuff together. So, but that's okay. We've got our second week done. We're doing good. You're doing good. Okay? You're doing good. So, spending a bit of time in your craft room, going for a walk, doing something that makes you happy other than, okay, maybe you can't go and sit in your best friend's living room, but you could do like a virtual get together. A bunch of my girlfriends, tomorrow we're doing a crafting retreat. So I made a bunch of little bags, I cooked up some meals and I froze it. So we're going to have our lunch together. We're going to do some crafts together. And not all of it's going to be cards. Some of the ladies do crickets. One of the ladies wants to clean out her craft room. But we're going to do it together. And, we're going to have some conversations and laugh and just, fill our buckets up, right? And we talk about that with the young kids about filling buckets, right? So maybe that's something that you can look forward to doing and planning with your friends. So I'm Shannon. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I'm with Paper Delights. Hey, Marianne. Yeah, it's going to be really nice. It's our get-togethers that kind of inspired it. And I come on every evening to motivate and inspire you to hopefully do something that brings you joy, that you find really enjoying. So this evening, we're wrapping up our snail mail, for now anyway. And these are the cards that we're going to be making this evening. This one is so much fun. But I thought we'll start with something a little simpler. So Valentine's Day is just around the corner. Before you know it, it is going to be Valentine's Day. And so one of the things, I stamped some hearts on my envelopes. And so this is just a really simple, this is my inside piece, Bermuda Bay, folded in half. And I went ahead and I stamped my sentiment, Happy Valentine's Day. I realized when I was pulling out stuff for Valentine's Day, I really don't have any stamps except for this one stamp for Valentine's Day. Because as I'm new to Stampin' Up! And to stamping in general, I'm just collecting different stamp sets for different occasions. And Valentine's Day is just not one that I have any of at the moment. So I stamped the one that I had, and I don't know why I glued that down already. Oh my goodness. It's all right. We'll work with that. So the idea is that we're just going to stamp a bunch of hearts in the corner. Just sort of like that the snail is going through a bunch of hearts. So I've got my scrap paper here. And I meant to not glue this down first. But, crafting and talking, it's not as easy as it looks. So I'm just gonna, oh my goodness, I'm not happy with this, but it is what it is. And that's what happens when you do live stuff, right? So hopefully you won't have that issue. I think part of it is that my ink pad is super juicy, and as you can see, I've got lots of ink all around it. So I'm going to try and clean some of that off with a little baby wipe. Because what's happening is then I'm pressing, and I'm just pressing a bit too firm, and then it's the ink that is around is getting on. So I'm not going to press as firmly down in my ink pad. I'm going to check, and then I'm not going to press as firmly down on my paper either. And what I can do is I'm going to strategically place my snail, or maybe two, in order to try and hide my little boo-boo there. So I think we'll just stay with that, with my number of hearts, but you get the idea. Don't glue it down first, because then you have all sorts of troubles. So we'll put this snail there. Oh, look at that. We can hide it. And then I'll put a little bejewel on that one there, and it'll hide that one. Yay, problem solved. Don't you just like it when things work out like that? And because I didn't really want to put my snail that far back, let's see if I have any other snail cut out at the moment that I can put there. I do not. So what I might do, yeah, there we go. We'll put that guy there. See, look at that, problem solved. All right, I'm gonna pop this guy up. And I'm going to glue that one down. So I went with the Coastal Cabana, but you could do any color you'd like. You could have done it with a red or a pink or whatever you like. And I just wanted to show you something a little simple that you can make really quick too. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Haha, we're back in business. We are back in business. And we'll use our piece here. Thanks. He is cute. It's been so much fun with this set, and I love that little die cut of that envelope. It's just so cute. I realized though that I haven't made too many with it. So there, we'll put that guy there. There we go. And then we'll use our jewels here to hide my little boo-boo there. So normally, if I make a mistake like that, I might have turned the paper over, right? Because paper's great. It's got two sides. You can turn it over and you're good to go. But because I was foolish enough to glue it down ahead of time, we're just going to, you know, ad-lib and do a few other options. There. Still cute. So cute. All right. So, simple little card, some cutout pieces, some stamps of hearts, and you're good to go. I've stamped some hearts on the card. That's the insert, so you have something to write on. And then I stamped a bunch of hearts on the envelope. So, super cute. All right. This one, oh, this one was so much fun. This one is so much fun. So, look at all the letters. So I stamped on the outside, and I did the flap of the envelope. But when I was cutting out all the snails, in between the pictures of the snails on one of the pages are all these like little letters and envelopes, and I kept cutting them out because I didn't want to waste them. I don't like wasting. So I was cutting them out. I'm like, and I'd have a pile of them. I'm like, what am I going to do with all of these like little letters? So I came up with the idea that we're just going to pile them all on, and we're going to make a big pile of letters for our snail to sit on. So it came to me at night while I was trying to go to sleep, and I just love how it turned out. So we're going to put together a pile of cards that our snail is going to sit on. I just thought it was too cute. Don't you just like it when an idea in your head works out? So we've just got, sorry, I just realized it's real red. We are 4¼ by whatever length, 8, I think it is. I can't remember. Whatever the standard, it's a standard card. A standard card. So there we go. So our piece is just a little bit, it's about 1/4 inch smaller. Then I stamped this on a scrap piece of white that I had kicking around, and that's going to go there. And then here are all my letters. So what I did for that was I started a base on the bottom. So I kind of had an idea of where this was going to go. And then I started a base of cards of these guys here on the bottom. So I'm just putting one little glue dot on the back, and we're going to sort of build it up as we go and add different ones as we go. So I'm going to put him here because I can kind of picture in my head that the pile is going to go up like this. Okay, so then maybe you have a card that does this, maybe you have one that does that. Let's move these to the side here. There we go. And then maybe we have one that's doing that. So you see, can you sort of see how we're building it up? And then maybe we'll add one here like that. So you're just going to keep going and adding your cards and your little letters here. Oops. And you can put some sideways. You can put some on top. And I'm just going to keep building it until you kind of have the look that you want. And you don't have to do any dimensionals because you're using the glue dots and layering it. It kind of already gives it that sort of 3D look. So I'm trying to give it the look that they're just sort of like they've all tumbled out kind of a thing. And then I'm going to slowly start to have my curve there for the snail. And he's going to go on the top. See? Isn't this cute? I just thought that was so cute. I was so happy, like I said, that it turned out. So there we go. There's our pile of letters. So keep everything, you know, if you can cut it out, if you can fussy cut it, then cut it out because you never know, it'll make the cutest little thing. So I'm going to put dimensionals on him and put him at the top of our pile. Got to get my eyeballs glued. There we go. And there we go. And we'll put some adhesive on our sentiment. Whoops. And he's going to go like that. And then here is our little snail up at the top of our gorgeous pile of cards. And he's so happy. Look how happy he is. He's getting all these really cute cards. Isn't that cute? I just think that's just so adorable. All right, let's add those hearts. Where did I put them? I put them in a really safe place. So safe. Don't Don't you just hate it when that happens? All right, I'll have to put them on after because I can't find them. And I still got all these cards left. So cute. All right, so for our last card, I wanted to do one that was non-traditional color. So I wanted to use colors that weren't part of the, you know, sort of like recommended or, you know, matched papers. So I chose this one here, which is a balmy blue. I did the standard card. And then I did another piece of balmy blue, slightly smaller, probably only about an 1/8 smaller. And then I used the embossing folder, the new embossing folder that looks like paint swashes or whatever you want to call it, marks. And then I used the Stitch So Sweetly because I love that look. I thought it was really pretty. And then I've got my snail. So I stamped it with gray because I didn't want it to be super pronounced because, again, I wanted it to be a little bit more subtle. And so the idea is that I would stamp one on the paper. So like I did here, I stamped one on the actual paper, and then one I stamped off and then fussy cutted it around in order to give it that dimension to sort of pop it up a little bit, right? So let's get my stamp and we can do that. So I'm going to stamp it in the gray, just the basic gray. And I'm keeping in mind that, oh my goodness, what is going on with me today? Of my snail here, I'm going to bring this a little closer. Can I see what I'm doing? And I'm going to stamp it on. Equal pressure, and then we're good. All right. So then to color it, I would use the balmy blue colors that I'm sort of keeping in with the what did I use? Now I'm questioning whether or not I used the Sea Spray or balmy blue. They're very similar in color, aren't they? I can't remember now. I made this card last week, so I can't remember. Yeah, so I apologize. It's Seaside Spray. So I was using Seaside Spray and Ivory. So this is where I discovered my beautiful ivory marker that I just absolutely adore. It's so nice. So this is just a light Seaside Spray, and basically you color it up. You can use, I like the darker and the lighter, but you could use some different colors if you wanted to, right? But I kind of wanted to keep this one a bit more matchy tone. The same tone. Isn't that bronze pretty? I really like this bronze. Makes for a really nice color. And then for the green, I chose the Mossy Meadow. Hey, Pam. Thanks. I chose the Mossy Meadow for the green. So then you would do a similar thing with your other piece, okay? You finish coloring it. I would probably do, because, you know, if I had lots of time, I would go back with a little bit of darker green just to add a little bit of depth and dimension. Then I would take my gray to do under my mushroom, like that, right? And then you would do whatever color combinations you want for this one. Now for this one though, I'm going to cut off the bigger mushroom because I want it to have a slightly different look when I put it on. So, and then I'm going to show you some of my fussy cutting tricks, because some people don't like to fussy cut, but I think maybe if they knew a few tricks, then maybe they might enjoy it better. I don't know. So I'm not going to color the mushroom in behind because I'm going to cut it out. So I'm just trying to finish this quickly yet nicely. These blending markers are so nice. They do such a beautiful job. Being that they're alcohol based, they do a great job of blending. So there we go. All right. So now the trick I find with cutting out things is your scissors are going to stay put. Having a really good pair of scissors is super important. And these scissors, you know, I really try not to, you know, be a big salesperson and all that stuff, but these scissors are the best scissors I've had. They're amazing. So if you see, I'm turning the paper. The scissors are pretty much staying put. I'm moving the paper and I'm ever so slowly closing the scissors. Like, then I'm going to open them up again. And then I slowly close them. And so the trick is that I have found, so that my hand doesn't cramp and stuff, is that the scissors don't really move. Like, I'm not moving my wrist around and trying to cut the paper. I'm moving the paper. It's the paper that moves. The scissors stay pretty much where they are. It's the paper that moves. And so next time you decide to fussy cut something out, get yourself a really nice sharp pair of scissors, and you can sort of see how I just moved the paper back and forth to do that little wiggle there. Just like that. And so it means that it might save your wrist a little bit, and maybe you'll find it won't find it quite as arduous. There. Fussy cutting. All right, so let's start to put this together. I'll put this on. So again, because of the embossing folder, I'm going to add some glue. I just find it works a little bit better than the adhesive. The folders now, embossing folders, have become so textured. They're so nice. You really noticed it with the Christmas one, with that 3D Christmas tree they had, and now this one, like, it's really cool. All right, we're gonna add this like that, and then we'll pop the others up. So we'll get our dimensionals for our snail and our other mushroom. There we go. Just trying to place these on there. There we go. And then on here, All right. There we go. Now I'm going to just lightly drop it down because I just want to make sure that that's where I want it to be. And I could have left the mushroom on. I did for the first one. See, I left the mushroom on and just cut around it, but I thought it might look a little different to not have the mushroom on the second one. And then this guy's gonna go here. So yeah, that's good. So now I'm just sort of pressing it down because I have my location for my snail. And there he goes. There we go. On this one I added a little hello, which is in the stamp set. It's so pretty, and I like the little script. And this one I tilted the card. This one I left it straight. So again, you can see that really you can adapt it to look any way you'd like. Some people don't mind having things on angles. Some people prefer them to be straight on, right? And there's my hello. Hello. And then these ones I just added some of these metallic pearls because I thought the blue, the silver kind of color matched really nicely. So there we go. And on this one I had a little boo-boo. So again, I used some strategically placed pearls to help hide it. But you wouldn't have known had I not told you because you can't tell. All right. So there you go. So there are our cards for this evening. Our final snail mail cards. Well, at least for now. Who knows? I might whip up some more again, but so any favorites? I really like this one. This one's so cute, but I do like the tonality of this one too. They're all so awesome. It's such great paper. So thank you so very much for joining me this evening. Please stay safe, and I will see you on Monday. Take care.